What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we got a special guest on the show. Today, we got a 2017 Subaru Forester in for some brakes. So, back here, I got some brake pads, front and rear. Right here, I got all of the rotors that we're gonna do. These are big boys, got them from Napa. And over there, we got our subject. So yeah, basically in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to attempt to change the brakes on all of these, change all of the brakes on this car and see how fast we can do it. It's a bit windy today, so I don't know how well you're gonna be able to hear me, but without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so to start off, we got a small selection of tools here to get us started and prepped up. So let me show you guys what we got. So we got a 2.5 ton jack. We got 2 jack stands to hold the car up while I'm working on it. Here we got a little toolbox, Husky, filled with all of our sockets and ratchets and extensions. All of that's in there. We also got an extra Craftsman one just in case, a couple breaker bars and a torque wrench for when we're all done. So yeah, let's get started. Alrighty guys, so a couple extra added things that would be helpful. In this case, is going to be an impact gun and some WD-40 and definitely the piston depressor. I honestly don't even know what that tool is called, but if you all know what I'm talking about, this thing right here, this is going to be helpful too for when we put the new pads in. But yeah, so let's take a look. I got the first wheel off, we got the front end up, some blocks in the back. Alright, so I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this rotor off. And to do that, it's pretty simple. There's actually just 2 bolts. I'm trying to see, there's one right here, and then there's one up here. So that's basically all you need to do. Take those 2 bolts off in order to get this rotor off. Now, like I said before, since this car is from Michigan, it is going to be a little bit difficult because those bolts are probably going to be a little bit rusty. So that's what the WD-40 is going to be for. We're going to go ahead and get the WD-40 sprayed on there, and we're going to give it a couple shots. Go ahead and try it. Let's see what happens. So yeah, let's get right into that. Alrighty guys, so we finally got the caliper off the first wheel, and let me tell you, that was a pain in the butt. These are the 2 bolts. Let me see, I don't know how well you can see. Alright, so this is one of the bolts. This is the other one. And now the top one, I'm gonna be honest, the top one was hard to get to because of that bolt right there. It's hard to get any sockets into that hole. So, very bad. I tried getting that bolt off, it was too much. So I ended up using a 3/8 and I finally got it to break loose. So we're gonna make sure to put some anti-seize on there. Not a lot, just a tiny bit so that next person to do this does not have a horrible time. But yeah, so I'm gonna get something to hold the caliper up in the air, and then we're gonna go ahead and try to take this rotor off. Alrighty, so it's looking like this might turn out to be a 2-part video. So when I finally got the brake rotor off, and I went to go for the new one. I took it out and it was way too big. So they ended up giving me the wrong size brake rotor for the fronts, but thankfully the rears and everything else, the pads and everything were okay. It was just the brake rotors that were wrong. So I went ahead and put the old brake rotors on. I'm putting the new brake pads on now. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'm doing. So right now we got a piece of wood here because there's 2 different pistons here. It's a double piston one. So I got a piece of wood over the top, and I'm using this to compress the pistons down. I got the new pads in here. The new pads got the squeaker toy that squeaks once you need new brakes. So yeah, new pads are on that side. Then we're gonna move over to the other side, put the new pads on that side. And then it looks like we might just put new pads there and new pads there because I might run out of time. And then we'll do the brake rotors all at one time, probably tomorrow or later this week. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so we got the wheels off here. I got the wheel off on the other side. I'm actually just getting started. So the rear's so much easier than the front, so much easier. I actually have all the bolts loose now for the rear on the right side. I haven't gone the other side yet. I'm just gonna bust this side out and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. But yeah, it's rear's also gonna be super simple. Alright, so the rear should be pretty easy, we'll see. But yeah, so for the rears I just used a 14mm socket, and I don't know how well you can see. We got one here, and then one down here for the caliper, and then as far as to get the pads out, it's just one here, and one here, and those were both 14mm as well. So yeah, I'm gonna get started like right away. Let's get this done. Alrighty guys, so finally got the disc brake off. Yes, look at that. It's so gross. And we got the new one on there. Now we're gonna do the brake pads next, put this together and go do the other side. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I did to get this off. So, of course I tightened this on there and it popped off. So now I'm just taking it out, which should allow me to take this off. Grab the new one. Done. We'll go ahead and put the piece of wood on there. Slide this compressor, or the tool in there, just like that. Go ahead and tighten it, and now let me make it clear that before we start compressing that, always take the cap off and make sure that you don't overflow on brake fluid. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and grab these towels. Grab a towel, shove it in there. So far this way has been working for me. Grab another towel. Kind of just put it underneath like that to catch any in case it spills. Then come back over here. And then again, begin to compress it slowly. Alrighty guys, so we got all the wheels bolted on. We went and torque them down. The torque for this vehicle is the 2017 Subaru Forster. It's going to be 90 foot-pounds. So we went ahead and did that. Okay. Alright, so the next step, once we're done with the work, I'm going to go ahead and get in the car. Go ahead and turn it on. And the first thing you're going to notice is that the brake pedal goes all the way to the floor, so we're going to go ahead and pump it up. And as we pump it up, it's going to get harder and harder. Alright. Alright, there we go. So, let's go ahead and drive it around the block real quick. Alrighty guys, so we just finished up and the video is coming to an end. We got all the brake pads on and the rear rotors on. All that's left to do is put the front rotors on. So I'll go ahead and break this into a two-part video. So then the next video guys will be seeing will be me putting the front rotors on. I just ended up getting the wrong ones. Otherwise, yeah, that's gonna end this video. And if you guys are wondering about the bug eye content, there's gonna be some updates coming up pretty soon. Nothing too exciting, but definitely some updates on what's going on with the car, and why it's not sitting right there like it should be. So yeah, that will probably be either in the next video, there should be some updates then, or in the video after that. We'll see how things go, but that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed the content and want to see more, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.